Hi, it's Lewis from Dazzly. I'm going to show you today just how easy it is to connect your external domain through to your Dazzly website. So if you've previously registered your domain, made a great looking website in Dazzly and you want to connect it, simply within Dazzly come across to the left hand side menu, click on domains. In this case we'll be connecting an existing domain. Because we can't show you it directly through the interface, we'll show you the guide and you can choose your domain provider. So as you can see here, we have direct instructions for Crazy Domains, Google Domains, GoDaddy, First Domains, free parking, and our support can also assist you if your domain provider isn't listed here. Nonetheless, we do have a very good automated system which is demonstrated through these guides. So in this case, we'll go to connect your GoDaddy domain, and as you can see, it's connect your GoDaddy domain to your website. This guide will take you through each step on how to connect your existing GoDaddy domain to your Dazzly website. If you don't yet have a domain, see our guide for registering a new domain with Dazzly so we can take care of it directly for you. But otherwise, if you are with GoDaddy, this will show you how to take care of things if you've already got the domain with them. So first, sign into Dazzly and go through to the domains page. You're going to want to click on the right hand side to do with you already having a domain. You're going to want to type in to this field here your existing domain. So you'll need to type the full name and the .com or the .co.nz at the end. In this example, we'll be using mountalbert.co.nz. Now, the great thing about Dazzly is it first verifies that you have actually got the right domain and it exists, and then it actually produces the information you need within Dazzly for you to put back into your domain system. So ideally, you don't even need to involve the IT guy. So if you scroll down here, you can see basically the domain is now set to pending, so it requires you to click this blue button for setup required, and this will again all be under your domains window. So you click the setup required button, and when you open that up, it will show you the next steps you need to take. It will attempt to detect which provider you're currently with, and if there's an appropriate guide, it will direct you there. So if you're with GoDaddy, it would be directing you to this guide as a reference. So as you can see here, there are 3 steps within Dazzly: step 1, step 2, and step 3. These are basically little pieces of information that you need to add into your domain, and this makes it very easy to do. So basically with GoDaddy, you would go back to GoDaddy and you'd open your account, you'd log into GoDaddy and you'd go into the domain appropriate section. They have a very good interface for that. Essentially with that, you can open up and edit the domain records in here. So if you have any concerns about your email or existing IT infrastructure, or if you've got some IT stuff set up that relies on your domain, you might want to have a chat with your IT guy. But if you don't have any concerns about that stuff, then you should be okay to keep reading. If you are worried, you can always reach out to support@dazzly.co. I'm always happy to have a little look for you. So, and generally with this whole process, we're happy to help you with it as well. So 5, is the first step, is to create the record from step 1. So in GoDaddy, you click the add new record. You click the type of record, which in this case is a CNAME record from the drop-down menu. We'll copy the text from the first line of step 1 into the input box. So we've actually got a very easy copy button there, and you can put it straight into the GoDaddy box there in the name field. Then you want to copy the text in the second line in step 1, which is highlighted here, into the value box in GoDaddy. And then you'll simply click save to add the record. Now, with every record, it can take a little bit of time for it to propagate out, so you have to wait for it to be verified. But after it successfully detects the CNAME record, it will actually change here on the interface to show green, so that step 1's been done. Now, in some cases, it can take up to 48 hours for this to happen, but it is unusual, so normally it's quite quick. And again, if you haven't got that verification after 15 to 30 minutes, we're happy to look into it for you as we can check as well. Now, step 7 is to create the record from step 2. So you remember back in the Dazzly interface, the second step opens with another CNAME record. So it's a very similar thing. You'll just be copying. So you can see down here, the successful record has been done there within Dazzly, and now you're on step 2. So first of all, you'll copy the CNAME record, and within GoDaddy, you can see it's type CNAME, name, www, so you want to be aware of that, the value, and the record. So because it already is unique, the www in the name field, you need to take close attention to that. In the value field, you'll simply copy this second figure, which will be some number of values.cloudfront.net, and everyone's will be different, yours will be different, so definitely do not copy this here and put that into the value box in GoDaddy. As you can see in this example, it's copying da.cloudfront.net into a new CNAME record, name www, value, the information there, and save. Now again, you need to wait for that to propagate out, and then you'll be presented the information of record step 3, the third record. So the last record you need to set is an A record. So the last two is CNAME, and this is an A record. So essentially you go create record, make type A, and the value for the record is 13.211.41.71. But always come back and check the guide. There's a possibility that'll be different in the future. So if it exists, you can just edit the record, which is very easy to do through GoDaddy. Otherwise, as you can see here in the screenshot, step 3, A record, you've got the information there which can be copied across, the IP address from the value box. And again, type is now A instead of CNAME. For the name, you can simply put an @ symbol there, as is, and the value is the IP address 13.211.41.71, and then we'll save that there. Now you wait for those records to finally be verified, and you can continuously check that, periodically by clicking the check status blue button. Again, if it hasn't worked after 15 to 20 minutes, please feel free to contact us and we can look into it. But generally speaking, GoDaddy is a good provider, and we tend to find that the domains connect very quickly with Dazzly. When it's all connected successfully, you should see these green messages here, in which case you can go back and you see the domain is noted as active within Dazzly. Now, at that point, you'll want to go back to your website menu and publish the website, but essentially your website will be live and you will have successfully connected it, your GoDaddy domain, to your Dazzly website, and it should be live, or if not live, very soon afterwards. If you have any problems at all or any questions about this process, Dazzly support team can help you. If you have existing IT stuff in place, always okay to have a chat with your IT guy just to be safe, but generally speaking, please feel free to email support@dazzly.co. Our team's really happy to help you with any issues with connecting your external domain, regardless of where the provider is, or even if it's not on that list. We are helping people every single day with connecting their .com and other domains to their Dazzly websites, and we'd love to help you too. So please don't hesitate to get in touch, and our team can help be a successful part of your website journey. Thank you.